Welcome to Something Real, connecting the reality of God to the realities of life. I'm Rich Zeiger, pastor of Real Life Community Church in Three Oaks, Michigan, and today we're going to be looking at the last portion of Luke chapter 6, where Jesus talks about identifying fruit trees, building strong foundations, and connecting the two. Many people have preconceived notions of what Christians are like, often based on stereotypes or caricatures, or built on observations of those who may call themselves Christians, but who do not actually know Christ at all. Many others believe themselves to be Christians, yet their lives don't bear much resemblance to the one they claim to follow. In Luke 6, verses 43 to 49, Jesus addresses both of these matters. He compares people to fruit trees in verses 43 and 44, an illustration he uses in Matthew 7 to refer to false teachers. Here in Luke 6, he's referring to discipleship as well. Jesus clarifies that what flows out of a person is sourced from within. What is inside a person is what comes out in their words and actions. His clear, obvious point is that a person who does not regularly demonstrate a new life in Christ doesn't have a new life in Christ. Don't misunderstand, even the best trees have occasional fruit that doesn't develop well or is diseased. However, when a tree regularly brings forth bad fruit, it's an indicator that something bigger is wrong with the tree. Furthermore, Jesus goes on to say that the kind of fruit, not merely the quality of the fruit, identifies the tree. The kind of fruit the tree bears doesn't determine the tree, it reveals the tree. That which is outwardly visible displays the inner reality. The same is true of people. The words and actions that come from us indicate what is inside of us, both in quality and in kind. Whatever comes out of us, be it speech, action, or attitude, is drawn from what is within us. Whether good or evil, our fruit reveals our root. Verse 45 reflects the teaching of many other scriptures, as Jesus says, "The mouth speaks what the heart is full of." Yet even what appears to be good fruit, things like holding down a job, serving one's community, having a sense of decency and morality, or obeying the law, may be of a worldly kind. Various forms of all these good fruits can be observed in humanism, Islam, or even many cults. Both the quality and the kind of fruit matter. The Lord continues to develop this idea with the parable of wise and foolish builders in verses 46 to 49. He uses this word picture to contrast those who hear his words and obey them with those who do not obey them. It's easy to use the language of submission to his lordship. It's another thing entirely to live the life of submission. Jesus says those who do build on a foundation that is reliable, sound, and stable. Those who merely hear without putting what they hear into practice have no foundation. When the storms of life hit, the ones who can stand strong through them are the ones who both hear and obey. James, a prominent leader of the early church and a half-brother of Jesus, exhorted Christians to this very thing in James 1:22 to 27, calling us to be doers of the word, and not only hearers. The central theme of his letter echoes the message of Jesus here in Luke 6. The reality of our internal belief is borne out by our actions. Christians, like trees, are recognized by the fruit they produce. The fruit, the behaviors or good works, do not make a Christian who they are, but they do reveal who they are. Forget the stereotypes and caricatures. Forget the performance-based religion. Being a child of God in Christ is based on Christ's work on our behalf, but it transforms us from within. We cannot be reborn without also being changed. Thank you for joining us, and I hope this has given you something to think about.
Thanks for listening. You can check out our shows on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and on pretty much any podcast platform you'd like, including YouTube. So be sure to join us 3 times a week. We look forward to it.